Welcome to the DPI Voyant workshop. My name is Mona Ilayan, and I'll be presenting this introductory session on Voyant. To begin, I would like to give a quick overview of the learning objectives for this session. First, I'll provide a brief introduction to Voyant. What is it, and why should you use it? I'll show you a demonstration of how to generate textual analysis using this tool. Then we'll look at how we can customize our Voyant space to provide different types of visualizations that fit our scholarship needs. And I hope you'll practice using the tool throughout so that you feel comfortable using it in the future. So what is Voyant? Voyant is a web-based reading and analysis tool created by Stefan St. Clair and Jeffrey Rockwell. It's used to generate charts, displays word frequencies and trends. The tool can analyze a single file, multiple files, or corpuses of works. The files uploaded can be in different formats such as HTML, XML, PDF, RTF, and MS Word. You can analyze any type of work, even an essay, so as to visualize the types of terms used and how these terms represent your thoughts and writing trends. So how would you access Voyant? There's a web-based version. You just need to have an internet connection and a web browser. You can either Google Voyant or just enter the Voyant URL, voyant-tools.org. You can also download the Voyant server onto your local computer. For more instructions, visit the link provided below. This workshop will focus on the web-based version. Let's talk about the system requirements that Voyant needs. If you're downloading the Voyant server onto your personal computer, make sure you have enough space on your local drive, because it requires 200 megabytes of space. You'll also need to run Java. I've added a link with instructions on how to install Java so you can run the program correctly. However, and as I said before, I'm going to focus on the web-based Voyant version 1.0 and show you how to use Voyant. If you leave here curious about the downloadable program, you will have an understanding of Voyant that will carry you through the textual analysis adventures. So why use Voyant? The pros of using Voyant are that it is free, intuitive, and easy to use. It provides quick visualization that can help you analyze textual patterns. The flow of information from one tool to another is a key aspect of Voyant tools, and since there is a downloadable version of Voyant, you can keep your texts confidential so that it won't be cached on the server. On the other hand, the drawbacks are the documentation website is out of date, and some of the tutorials are unavailable, but the tool still works. And if you're downloading the tool, the file is large, 200 megabytes in size. How would you use Voyant? Once you've navigated to the Voyant landing page, voyant-tools.org, you can either paste the document text in the main text box or paste the document or document's URL. If you're comparing different bodies of work with different URLs, make sure you place each URL on a separate line. Or you can upload the documents from your local computer by clicking the Upload button located at the bottom left of the main text box. There are a number of ways to upload text into the Voyant tool. One way is by clicking Upload, click Add to add individual files. Once you're done adding all your files, click Reveal. The other way is to add multiple documents at once. Create a zip file folder with all the documents, then upload the zip folder using the Upload button. As soon as you hit the Reveal button, you will notice that Voyant has, by default, two visible view panels with the following tools, and we'll discuss these tools in more detail. You will see the Cirrus tool, the Summary tool, and the Corpus Reader. Each panel functions slightly different from the other panels, but they all interact together to offer different visual analysis. There's a double arrow located on the top right that opens a third view panel. When you click a word or search for a phrase in one panel, the other panels provide analysis relevant to the searched item. That word becomes the focus of all the other panels. So what Voyant does when you hit the Reveal button is It indexes our texts or text for analysis, and it presents us with this basic Voyant interface. So to break it down, I'm going to start by looking at the right panel where we have the cirrus and summary tools. The cirrus is a word cloud that immediately shows you the highest frequency terms. Large terms indicate high frequency. Small terms indicate lower frequency. These terms are clickable. And by clicking the terms, it shows you more information on how and where they're positioned in the text and the exact number of occurrences. The summary tool provides a basic summary about the text, how many were uploaded, the total number of words, the total number of unique words, and the exact number of word reoccurrences. In the left panel, there's the corpus reader. In this panel, you can view and read the uploaded text or texts. On the left, you'll notice a number of horizontal lines of one or more colors. These bars represent segments of the text. You can navigate between segments either by clicking on one of the bars or using the navigation toolbar at the bottom and clicking the right and left arrow buttons. The segment displayed is highlighted by an emphasis in its size. When moving from one segment to another, you'll notice an echo effect that demonstrates your current location. The different colors distinguish the different works uploaded into Voyant. When you're performing word analysis, the bar colors show different intensities to demonstrate the frequency of the word's occurrence in that text. An alternative is to hover over words that will display their numerical frequency, and if you click the word, it will provide you with more information. At the bottom, there is also a search field, and to search for words in the document. Anytime you click on a word in the cirrus or in the corpus reader, additional tools show up that provide information. For example, the word trend tool appears, and the keywords and context tool also appears upon clicking a word. There are a number of additional default tools or panels that may appear during your analysis. For example, the words in the entire corpus. This usually appears upon clicking the More link in the Summary panel. This shows a sorted list of words in all documents, sorted from frequent to less frequent. Then there's the Corpus tool, and this provides metadata for the documents in the collection. The Keywords and Context tool locates and examines the occurrence of keywords within its textual context. And finally, the Word Trends provides a graphical representation of the occurrence of words in the text. Let's take a close look at the Words in Entire Corpus tool. The Words in Entire Corpus tool provides an ordered list of the most frequent words that appear in the text or texts, and the word trend, which demonstrates how the words are used and distributed across the text. Besides the columns that appear by default, there are other column options available. If you hover your mouse over the column heading, a down arrow appears. If you click it, it will show you other options such as sorting order and a columns menu. If you hover over your columns menu, another drop-down menu appears with other column options. You can toggle to show or hide columns simply by placing or removing the check mark next to the column name. Available menu buttons also appear at the top right of the tool, and you'll find these similar menu buttons available for almost all the tools in Voyant, and they are the Options, Export, Maximize, Help, and Show and Hide buttons. Now let's look at these in more detail. The Option menu is not available for every tool, and some tools don't even need an option button. If you click the Options button, which is the gear button, you can activate the stop words list, select a comparison corpus, or select a minimum Z score. Since this tool shows a list of all the word frequencies in a text or texts, it offers the user a useful stop word list that hides words like the, a, and. You can apply this list globally to update your display on all the other tools and redirect the emphasis to other word frequencies. The Export menu allows you to export information generated by the tool as tabular data in a number of formats. So for example, you can export it as tabular data in plain text, static HTML, CSV, comma-separated values, TSV, tab separated values, export it as XML, export the specific instance of the tool, export a link to embed the tool, and provides a bibliographic citation format to reference the tool. The Maximize button opens the tool in a separate window and maximizes your view. The Help button gives a general description of the tool's functionality and a link to more documentation. Unfortunately, the link doesn't work at this time. The Show and Hide button allows you to toggle between showing the tool or hiding it from view. There are also available options at the bottom of the tool window. There's the navigation tool that allows you to move across multiple pages of results. If the display can't show all the words, you can click the next or previous buttons to see the rest of the words. You can also search for words in this tool by using the search field at the bottom of the screen. Or search phrases, you just need to use quotes. To toggle between the complete list of word frequencies and the favorite list, just click the plain heart icon. Of course, if you haven't added anything to the list, there won't be anything to view. So the first thing you would want to do is add words to the list. Now you can do that with the Add to Favorites. This tool has the icon with the heart and a small green plus sign next to it. Start by selecting words to add to this list and click on the heart with the plus sign. What's great about this list is that it allows you to select and create a list of all the words in a corpus that interest you. Once you've created that list, you can use it to compare other word frequencies against your favorites list. So this icon is located at the bottom of the tool pane, but sometimes it might not be visible at first, and you might need to click the double arrows to get a full view of all the options on this bar. And that may be as a result of smaller screen displays. In the main window of the words in Entire Corpus, where all the words are in tabular format, we can place a check mark next to one of the words, and this will produce a third pane that appears on the far right that displays the word trend for your selection graphically in each chapter, so you can analyze the usage across the corpus. If you place a check mark for more than one word, the chart will display a graphical comparison of the frequency of these words in one or more texts. The main window also gives you control over the type of column options you would like to view and however you would like to sort the information provided. So we went over this already, but let's quickly go over it once more. If you hover over the column heading, you will notice a downward arrow. If you click the arrow, you have a list of options to sort ascending or descending order, and then you have a column options where you can choose different types of columns to show different measurements. Sorting can also be done simply by clicking the column heading. You'll notice that an arrow pointing up or down will appear to indicate ascending or descending order. The Voyant Corpus. This view provides a list of all the text loaded into Voyant, and it allows the user to control which text is the focus of analysis, specifically through the panels showing the word frequencies in Word and documents and the word trends. By just clicking the text, it becomes the focus of the analysis. The Keywords and Context tool. This tool allows the user to locate and examine the occurrence of keywords within its context. It provides the phrase and paragraph for a word that is the active focus of analysis. Initially, all you see is the phrase in which the word appears. So once you click the plus sign next to the word, the view expands to give you its place within a bigger context. To change the focus of analysis to another word, all you have to do is click another word from the cirrus, or in the words in entire document. There are three available columns: the left keyword and right. The keyword is in the middle, and the tool shows you the phrase that comes before, to the left of, and after, to the right of, the keyword. These columns can be changed in the same way as with the entire words in document. You just hover over the column, click the downward arrow, select column, then change the column type. There's a top toolbar as well as a bottom one. The top toolbar has the same functionalities as the one in Word and entire document. It allows the user to export, maximize, help, and show and hide. The bottom toolbar also has a navigation to move between multiple pages of results. The refresh button allows the user to refresh the results that appear in the panel. The context menu allows the user to select how many words are displayed to the left and to the right of the word being analyzed. The preview button has a drop-down menu that allows the user to determine the number of words displayed when the user uses the expanded view. The Word Trends tool. This tool offers a graph type of visualization that demonstrates the distribution of one or more words in a single document or across documents in a corpus. The toolbar at the bottom also provides more functionality. For example, the relative menu allows the user to display relative or raw frequencies. This option is useful when comparing large corpuses with uneven document lengths. If you're analyzing a single work, the segment menu allows you to choose the number of segments that you can split the text into. This allows you to control the granularity of the information graphed. There's also a search field that you can use to type terms. It automatically suggests words that appear in the text. The Voyant Skin Builder. You're not restricted to the default Voyant layout. You can change the Voyant layout to suit your analysis needs. To do that, you need to go directly to the Skin Builder, and I've provided the website address here. The way to access Skin Builder from the Voyant page is by clicking the Export button in the blue bar. Then select the last option, a URL for a different tool or skin, and current data. Click OK, then copy the link provided. In a new web browser, this should redirect you to the Skin Builder. Another really good way to get to this page is also through Googling Voyant Skin Builder. You'll find that the Voyant Skin Builder site is one of, if not, the top search results. When you do visit the page, you'll notice there are two panels that appear, the Tool Browser and the Skin Builder. In the Tool Browser, you'll notice all the available Voyant tools listed on the left with brief descriptions of each. The tabs above also provide a good way of locating tools based on their functionality. Since they are organized by theme, they help users navigate through them to identify the tools they need. So for example, the Table tab provides information in tabular format. Visualization provides information visually through charts and graphs. If you want to learn more about any of these tools, just click the More link that appears below the tool summary. This will open a panel that offers additional information regarding the tool. If you click the Related Tools button, this opens another tab with a detailed list of tools that are similar to the selected tool. If you decide you would like to use the tool, you can drag and drop it into the Skin Builder window. In the Skin Builder, you can arrange the tools in vertical and horizontal panels. The icons at the top of the Skin Builder window allow you to split your Voyant window vertically and horizontally, so your window can split into as many panel frames as you want. In each frame, you're also given the option to split them even more into smaller vertical and horizontal frames. You can increase and decrease the frames by dragging them left or right. You also have control over the behavior of each frame in your window, whether it can be resizable, collapsible, or appear collapsed when you visit the page. Once you're happy with your layout, you can drag and drop tools into each frame. If you accidentally drop a tool in the wrong frame, you can easily drag it out by clicking and dragging it from its title bar. And if you decide you don't want to use the tool at all, you can always click the X to remove the tool. After creating your new skin, you can bookmark your page and return to it later. And that is all part of exporting, and I will discuss that next. Exporting data and tools. Voyant allows you to export the results of your analysis and share it. Every tool has an export button that looks like a diskette in the top right of the toolbar. There's also an export button for the whole page you've generated, and you can find that in the blue bar. This allows you to retain a copy of all the results generated by the Voyant tools. Upon clicking the Export button, you'll notice that it gives you the option to bookmark the page, so you can come back to work on your text at a different time, so you don't have to conduct all your analysis in one session. You can also share the URL with others, so you can show your results to your colleagues and classmates. It supplies an HTML snippet of the code, so you can embed it into your personal site to demonstrate some textual aspects or generate comments. In cases where you would like to cite the results generated by the tool, it can export a bibliographic citation. Finally, if you're looking to use a different tool, the export button provides a link to the skin builder so you can generate new results with your text. Here I've documented a few resources that you can use: the YouTube tutorial series, the online documentation, and the Voyant tools. I've also provided links to additional textual analysis tools if you would like to explore others. This was sponsored by the University of Toronto Scarborough and its library, Ryerson University, Brock University, and this research was supported by the Social Science and Humanities Research Council of Canada. A special thanks goes to Ryerson for hosting Day 3 of the conference, Center for Digital Humanities, Ryerson University Library and Archives, the Director of E-Learning, the Learning and Teaching Office, the Office of the Dean, Faculty of Arts, the Department of English and its MA Literatures of Modernity program, and the Master of Digital Media program for donations of financial support. The Dean of Faculty of Humanities, Brock University, for a contribution of financial support towards the conference, as well as contributing to planning. Victoria Owen, Chief Librarian at the University of Toronto Scarborough, for her generous financial support and staff resources. Shirk Connections grant, without which none of the wonderful research and discussions generated here would be possible.